It's Madden NFL 24. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Buccaneers and the Dolphins. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on their in-state rivals to the south, the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, the numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 17 carries, 54 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay alert.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Dolphins at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
2nd and 14. This is caught. Touchdown! His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon, a player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Right back to Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, they'll throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backward?
Under pressure, and they get to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you're in obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the box 21. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides have played it optimally.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And from the 25, they roll this to the 29 and gain of 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 34 yards that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. From left side, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Brandon Ayuk.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? We couldn't do it here in football.
Yeah, I think you can do it here in football. A perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it is the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one all tied. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! From 13 yards out.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down, but you can make him more comfortable in the pocket.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Spears. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's a give to Spears.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Pushes past him. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just rocking it. These guys, they got it done today.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Got it. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. Well, nothing fancy. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And the Buccaneer first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Right back to him on first down. Shoves him aside. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
176 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.